up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of
Your Favorite Aunties Podcast. You looking good in season 7, brother.
Thank you.
First of all, shout out to you. Baby, you've been, doing your thing.
Yeah.
Honey, you've been in the gym.
Yes.
You've been doing your walks. You've been eating clean, counting calories.
I have.
And the skin is glowing, looking real buttery. Huh?
It is. Skincare is huge. It's very important.
Oh, yes.
Something you definitely don't want to look over. So if you want to get some quality products, not just any old product, but some quality products, make sure you check out Butter Skin. There's a link in our bio on all of our pages. Check out Butter Skin. They have some amazing products for all of your skincare needs.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm loving all of what it's doing in our lives because we're looking good. Okay. Let me tell you something. Today, we're going to be talking about what goes down in the DMs. Okay. We need to have a conversation of what types of conversation need to be had in the DMs. Because like when you're in a relationship and when you're single, your DMs, how you operate in them, that's a switch. That should switch up.
Yeah. I'm wondering though, like, okay.
What?
Okay. Not trying to be no kind of way. I have not been actively engaged in DMs in a little while.
Yeah.
Has anything changed in the dating streets in the last 2.5 years?
Ooh. For me? I haven't put myself out there like how I was. So yeah, it's definitely switched up. I don't get the DMs the way that I used to when I was like more active and, just really putting myself out there. So it's changed for me. It changed for me. So yeah.
Because that like the dating landscape changes every few years.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like when we first started talking about dating, we would always say, if you haven't been out here, chill out.
Right.
Because it changes like quite often.
Yeah.
So with everything going on in the world, I'm like, I don't know if it's still like it used to be.
I mean, sometimes you do run into some guys and you think like, okay, who gonna be the boy? Like out of is it gonna be me or is it gonna be you? Now, I'm all for letting your man know that you like them, that you want to spend time with them, and that you're in this as much as they are. I don't know, but it's sometimes it's like, okay, but have you done it for me? Okay, Miss Squirrel. But that's another part of the conversation. So I mean, I think that part of dating is real whatever to navigate. Just getting over like seeing who you're compatible with, what things are going to work and what things are not going to work.
So how do you figure out what works and what doesn't work?
Baby, as soon as you get something that don't work, that's immediately how you know what is going to work. What's going to fly and what's not going to fly. Okay? Baby. Sometimes you can't say what you do want, but you can say what you don't.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think that's why it's important to date. Because like we've talked about before, there was a whole movement a while ago when I was coming up to not date.
Right.
To just kind of like wait on your kingdom spouse. But I think it's important to date. I know some people get married early.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that. But if you are, just like date, because that's how you find out like, you know what, I really don't like that.
Right.
Actually, like I really do like that. And sometimes what you think you might like, you get it and you're like, oh, never mind.
Right.
And then vice versa. You're like, I don't think I would like that. But then you get it and you're like, oh, I needed that. Like, that's cool.
I would say the last relationships that I have been in have definitely showed me some of the things that are actually very important to me. Like, for sure. In a good way and in a bad way, as well as, in the middle.
What about, has it shown you things that are not important to you that you thought would be important to you?
All of it's important. Let me see. What did I not think was important or didn't pay any mind to? I think it wasn't until I kind of ran across some guys who weren't exactly as chivalrous as I would want them to be. That's when I realized that chivalry was a standard that I had, but it was because everybody that I had dated before was just chivalrous. When I didn't have it, I was like,
You didn't realize it was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't until it just wasn't happening. And I was like, oh, why am I voicing this? This is a standard.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I realized that, I was like, oh, I started taking inventory of things that are important to me. Yeah. And then I think when you're young, you just want to get with a guy who looks like this and, who has this type of, stature and is doing this type of thing in life. Now I'm like, when is the last time you had therapy? Mm-hmm. Do you pay your bills? Do you pay your bills on time? Is there anybody who is dating you? Are you dating anybody? Just like, you really got to ask real questions.
Explicit questions.
Yes.
In different ways.
Hello? Hello? and ask it at different times to see if you get the same answer.
Exactly. Different ways at different times.
Oh my goodness. This is a science. At this particular age, it's a science.
Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Like, no, a lot of thought has to go into it. I guess maybe just because of our age. Like when you're younger, if you happen to meet that person and y'all get married early, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you don't have time.
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm asking questions.
Yeah. And I do feel like now in being in a relationship and dating and all that, it's like I am very concerned with, is this a deal breaker? Is this not a deal breaker? Like, am I going to hold my tongue? Or am I not going to hold my tongue? Mm. Is this important right now? Will it matter in 6 months? Mm-hmm. Like I'm really thinking about future me.
Yeah.
And really considering her because I know what I'm doing. I need to figure out if you're going to do what I need you to do, mm-hmm. And I need to know now. Because sometimes it's like, yes, people can actively change and you can see that. But then you also have to recognize when somebody is becoming a whole nother person to be with you, you may need to take inventory of that. Because you can be a great catalyst for somebody to make a change. But if you're the only reason, you can be the catalyst, but not the only reason. Mm-hmm. Very like true. It has to take root within them. It has to make sense because the minute you leave, they're going to go back to their old ways.
Exactly.
So you have to like really look at character.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Because we had a conversation a couple of days ago. We were talking about compatibility and it's like so important.
Yeah.
Beyond, of course, you want them to look nice. Of course, you want them to have good hygiene, just like all the things. Yes. But also life.
Yeah.
Be happening.
Yeah.
I was just watching a video of a girl who was like, make sure you are with someone who can suffer well.
I think I saw that video.
Yeah. And I was like, no, that is really good because life be life and it's life for me in the past year. And having somebody that can navigate that with you is very important. Mm-hmm. Like having their support, having their compassion, having their empathy, it is really important. Because I've been with somebody before who didn't have that and I was going through something and they just kind of met it with coldness. Mm-hmm. But they weren't trying to be mean. They just didn't have it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
They weren't emotionally connected enough to be able to get to that level. Even if you don't understand exactly what's going on, to be emotionally aware enough. Do you want to talk about it? How can I support you right now? Just being present because life is going to happen to all of us. And I think when we're younger, or even maybe if you're older, if you haven't thought about it or your life hasn't actually gotten to that place where you've experienced something, you don't think about that. You just think of companionship, partnership, somebody to hang out with, my best friend who's also this, like you just think about the happy times. You don't think about the fact that everybody gonna face something in this life and you need a partner who can do that with you.
I think that time and age and maturity and all of them working together really play a part in how you look at whatever partner you're with.
Yeah.
Like I have never been so aware of the covenant of marriage is what I am now. Like do I want to enter into this with this person the way that they are right now? Mm-hmm. That is, you really need to ask yourself, if they don't change, if they're always like this, can I deal with this for the rest of my life? Mm-hmm. And to your point, like, are you going to be with somebody who can help you talk through things or get to know stuff? Or when you like lose a parent, like if you can't even think in your mind, are they going to be able to speak to the doctor about something? Or, you really have to be mindful of that. Mm-hmm. Because that's where we are in our age, like these are very real things.
Yeah. Even just like being a caretaker, like thinking of your partner, like as your parents get older, are you going to put them in an assisted living place? Are they going to come live with you? How's your partner going to feel about your parent come? Like I've had to ask, not had to ask as in it was happening right now, but I have asked that question. Like, how would you feel if my mom or my dad came to live with us, or, you know, your mom came to live with us? Because they're older, and it's a reality that fortunately or unfortunately, we don't have to be married for a long time for that to happen for us, because our parents are already older.
Right.
Some people, they get married younger, they together 20 years before they got to worry about aging parents. Yeah. It's right now. You know what I mean? So like, no, these are real conversations, because what if something does happen and your parent needs to move in, but your spouse ain't cool with that? They ain't with parents living with you. They want their space.
And now you're married.
And you're married.
And it's kind of like, do you go against your spouse because of your parent? Because in the word says, for this reason, you're leaving them and cleaving. So your responsibility is your immediate household.
Correct.
But I would hope that, okay, if my husband was saying like, yeah, I don't want your parents to come live with us. Okay, you shelling out the funds to put them in a home? And how often are we going to visit them? You know, like, is it no and it's just no? Or is it no and here's a solution? Do you have that kind of man? Hello?
Yeah. I just talked about this at my last therapy session, because I had a situation and I was talking to my man, and he was like, I'm very generous. Yeah. Say this. I'm very generous.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he was like, but when we get married, it's not just you. Now, whatever you give is affecting our household. And I may have to have a conversation with this person that you keep giving to. They're a family member, though.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm just, baby, look, I'm generous. So I'm like, you're in need. They're going through a hard time right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, but in marriage, yes, but also that affects our household.
Yeah.
I may have to have a conversation with that person. And I was like, ooh.
He ate that. That was good.
But it was just like, oh my gosh, like, no, I can't think for myself.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. That even brings us into like a whole new part, like considering your partner and switching your mind over from I'm not alone anymore. I am a firm believer that the relationships around you, those dynamics do need to change once you get in a relationship and or marriage. Like to, you know, every level has it.
Yeah.
But like the relationship that you have with the opposite sex, the relationship that you have with your close girlfriends or your guy friends, fellas, you know, for the ones who are listening, like those relationships do need to change, because now you have someone who I believe should have like a higher position in your life.
For sure.
Now, it doesn't mean that you negate your girls or you negate your boys or your family or anything like that. But considering that this is a person that you're going to be with, that you got to lay your head down with at night.
That's the person you're in covenant with.
Right. You really need to switch everything up. Like, and the people around you should understand that.
Even with your family, though, you know, I am a family girl.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that is a mind thing for me, because I've not been married and I'm in my mid-30s. So it's like, I just have not been in that mindset. And my therapist was like, yeah, you're going to have to think through a lot of things, because this is different. This is not just riding off into the sunset, you know, the pretty wedding dress, the stuff that you think about. It's so much more than that. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, yes, but also, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
What were some of the changes that you began to make in the relationships around you when you got into your relationship in the beginning? Whether it be how you responded to people on social media, your DMs. You didn't have guy friends, though. Mm-mm. You didn't have guy friends.
I didn't have guy friends, so I didn't have to necessarily do that. I don't respond to DMs, just because to me it's an open door. If they get a response, then even if you're in a relationship, they're going to think that they can keep talking to you because you responded. Yeah. So I don't respond. I don't get them much anymore, because my whole posting, I'll post in my stories, but barely even that. So I don't get them a whole lot anymore. But if I do get one, I don't respond to it altogether. And I've had conversations with him, because I feel like guys, they're never aware of the motives behind things.
Right.
And so I don't know, they just be oblivious sometimes. And I'm like, she's not messaging you because she really care about that.
At
She's
all.
trying to get you to respond. Well, I was just telling her no.
That girl have been to Randall's before.
Hello.
She know the chili on aisle 9. You don't need to.
They're looking for a response. And as long as they get a response, they're satisfied.
And the minute you do respond, whether you realize it or not, those girls be like, yeah.
Exactly.
And guess who in my DMs? I wish you would have me in a group chat. I wish you would have me in a group chat. They
never gonna tell the full story, so just don't even put yourself in that position.
Right.
Yeah.
I absolutely think relationships between the opposite sex, whether you're friends or not, like they need to change. So for me, I do have guy friends. And how I operate when I'm in a relationship and out of a relationship is different. I'm respectful to myself when I'm single, but I'm respectful to my man when I'm like in a relationship. So I'm not about to be on the phone with my homeboy at 10 o'clock at night. Mind you, we won't be talking about anything crazy. It's just that time is for my man. Or if it's not, I might be on the phone with my girls or something like that, or might be catching up on one of my shows, but we don't need to be on the phone late at night.
Mm-hmm.
If I am going to go out with you, like let's just say I was going to go out with one of my homeboys or something, before I even make a true plan with whatever friend that is, I'm going to run it by my man. See if he's even cool with it. And it's not even that I would be looking for real for permission, but I need him to know that you are important to me and I want to hear what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's incredibly important. And it also shows, whoever the other person is, like, man, they really value who they're with, whether they realize it or not,
Mm-hmm. You're setting a standard.
You are. And it needs to go the other way. Or like, if like being in a relationship, I wouldn't like start a conversation in the DMs with a guy. I don't have no questions for you.
None.
Except for, where's my man? you know what I mean? That's a question I have for you. Like, outside of that, like, what are we talking about? Like, what
about
is it?
Posting itself though? Like, do you in relationship still post, or would you post like yourself in a bodycon? Like stuff that you would post, not because it's not nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not no OnlyFans type stuff, but when you a
more
single girl,
like,
hey, I'm fine.
And y'all gonna get it. What I will say is, I think I still post the same in and out of relationship. It just may be amount of how often. Cause like, if I'm out, I'm feeling myself and I'm looking good, I'm gonna post a pic. I'm gonna let you know she out here looking good, baby. It didn't stop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Well, I'm gonna still post in whatever, cause I'm out with it. You gonna see me in real life.
Very fair.
You want to see me in real life, might as well translate that to social media. But it's like, if I get a DM, I ain't gonna say nothing. Mm-hmm. It's just, I'm not gonna say anything back. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Now that part doesn't change, but it's just like my interactions in the DMs. And also, I'm not gonna slide up on a guy's picture in the DMs if I'm in a relationship.
Of course, yeah.
I'm not finna hit no fire emoji, no this, no that. No.
Yeah.
Friend or not. Mm-hmm. If it's something like, oh y'all, let's just say, it was one of my homeboys' birthdays not too long ago, and they had like the back of the house all set up, and I was like, oh man, happy birthday, and it looks nice out there. Or if it's a group photo, oh y'all look nice. It's not like I don't need any static from anybody. I'm always like, if I think about it like this, if my partner was to see this, my man was to see this, how would he feel? If these DMs got exposed, would he look dumb? Mm-hmm. And the answer should always be no. Mm-hmm. I don't ever want my man to feel like anybody else has anything up on him.
For sure.
Also, I wouldn't want my man to give room for anybody else to have anything up on him. Mm-hmm. Hello?
I agree. I totally agree. On the flip side, do you have any friends that are currently dating? Like, you have a lot of married friends.
I do have a lot of married friends.
I do too, actually.
No, I don't. No.
Have you ever in adulthood, like, played matchmaker with somebody, hooked somebody up, like, I got somebody for you, or?
Okay, I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to answer it. Have I, off the top of my head, in this particular moment, I cannot think about when I played matchmaker, but I am not above it. If I know a qualified man could be with one of my girls, Hey, I know him. Go bump into this guy around 5 o'clock.
Only if you don't want him though, right? Or what if he's a really great guy? You got a single friend, but you're single too.
I wouldn't even. I mean, if I'm single, my friend is single. I look at him and see he's an eligible bachelor. I'm not going to immediately think of my girl, unless, of course, I'm looking at him like, oh yeah, this is for my girl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
yeah,
like, you know. But if I could see he would be for me, he for me. That's it. You know what I mean? I gotta put me first, Lucius.
I hear you. I hear you. I don't think I've never formally played matchmaker. My cousin always.
Wait a minute, I did. Ariel and her husband. Okay. Ariel and Nehemiah. I put them together.
Oh, really?
Yes. They are married. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, I got one under my belt.
I've never formally. I've helped people in dating situations, or like, y'all know, if y'all sent me, your dating profile and stuff like that, I will help you with that end of it. But I've never been like, this person, boom. Yeah. I've never done that.
Have you been set up before?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was about to say. My cousin used to set me up all the time. Yeah. But it'll always be like, girl, no.
Yeah. I had got set up. And it took everything I had not to tell them people off for doing it.
I know. You got to get somebody to set you up there, like, for real. Because every time, and she did it several times, and I would go out with them. Sometimes she would show me before. Sometimes it would be like kind of a blind thing, or, but every time I was just like, nah.
I mean, I got on the phone. I was like, ooh, wait till I get off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, yeah,
I forgot about that one.
You know, I actually ran into that dude.
Really?
Yeah, saw him out, girl. I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
But did y'all ever go out?
No, we didn't.
Okay. Okay.
No, it didn't get past a conversation.
Huh? I'm conflating two things. Go ahead.
Oh, who did I go out with? Who would I go?
What were you saying?
Okay. Yeah, no,
we saw him out.
We didn't go. I saw him out at church. Oh. At church. He doesn't go to my church. Oh. He goes to their church, but it was like a baptism Sunday. Oh. So he was there supporting another family member. I saw him, I was like, bless you.
Okay. Yeah, no. All of my most successful were them coming directly to me. Yeah. It wasn't like setups, and I've never set anybody up. But I think it's important for your friends to be a part of that. If you are single and you want somebody, like, hey, have you thought of this person? Or hey, I met this person,
Absolutely. I actually had a conflict within my friendship group, and have said, I'm absolutely setting you up. And there's time and time again, these people have absolutely set me up. And then there's this other side where they were like, yeah, I'm not having anything to do with that. They weren't my friends. I feel like your friends should always bring your name up in rooms that you aren't in when they know that you're qualified to be there. If they know that you do something, they know that you're single, and they see an eligible bachelor, or they perceive to be an eligible bachelor, you should absolutely say something to them. Or like, hey, I have a friend for you. Or, hey, what do you think about this person? And do it. You should always be looking out for the people around you. Like, when I get married, I'm not going to get married and just forget about, if I have any single friends around or something, I'm not going to forget about them, because I know what it's like to know that you're qualified for love and still not get it. I'm not gonna forget about them. If I can play matchmaker, I absolutely will.
It's tough though. It's tough because, I mean, even yourself, what the dating pool is like and the scarcity that you would face. So then facing that same scarcity while trying to hook somebody up, it just don't always go together. But yeah,
it's something. It's really something. You have to, I believe right now in the dating world, you have to have your mind made up that even if this doesn't work out the way I want it to, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to learn what I want and what I don't want. Like, for as much as I didn't necessarily want to go through the last breakups that I've had, it brought me further and further of knowing like what I want and need in a partner versus what I don't, and what I'm not going to tolerate, and what I'm like, all right, it's a good man, Savannah.
Hello.
It just what dating does is it gives you what you need in life. If you get with somebody and they have 90% of what you need, baby, bless you.
That's great.
You can deal with that 10%. I promise you can.
Great.
But don't get with somebody who has 30% of what you want just to say, I'm with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it happens. A lot. Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes when what that lady said, she said a piece of man is better than no man. Mm-hmm. At first I used to say, you know what? That don't make no sense. Then I had a little piece of man. I said, this piece is okay. And then I was like, but no, you want something real. You want something that's authentic, something that's yours, something that you can hold on to.
For sure.
You don't want to second guess your love.
No.
Mm-mm. And you don't want somebody passing the time with you. Mm-mm. I can't pass the time with nobody because I don't want to nobody doing it to me.
True.
Huh?
Very true.
Baby, if you don't want me, don't talk to me. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and free yourself.
It's a balance. It's a balance because I feel like we get a lot of dating questions, relationship questions, or we'll get people like if we talk about singleness, it'll be all these women. I'm 45. And I'm like, yes, hold your standard, girl. Also, what is your standard?
Right.
Because it do be getting real and you have to be like, okay, is this really, really important? Did I see this somewhere? Did somebody tell me I'm supposed to feel this way? Yeah. Did they say in church this is what, no, you really do have to examine and make sure that it's coming from yourself what that standard is, or you and God, of course.
Right.
But because we can be very much influenced, because I've seen some crazy stuff on social media where I'm like, girl, please, that is not important.
Hello.
But they'll down that hill and I'm like, and you don't down that hill single. Because what?
For some people, certain standards do absolutely work. Like they need to be there. And for others, it doesn't take all that. Or it might take more, it might take less. You never know. Mm-hmm. But when in dating, you got to do it for you. Got to do it for you. Because if you're trying to please somebody else, everybody else gonna have you single. Because what your friends will do, they say, man, I'm not putting up with that whole time. You're not putting up with that. No, you're not putting up with that. Because you're putting up with this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to tell me, oh, he didn't do X, Y, and Z? You haven't been on a date since 2023. Mm-hmm. Hello?
Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it working? But then also just like being sure of yourself. Because I remember we were in New York. We did our meet and greet. And at our meet and greets, we give our audience, the people who bought, a chance to ask us questions.
Right.
And it just really stuck with me. One girl, she asked a question. She was like, I'm very independent and it's hard for me to let somebody do stuff for me. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Like, I don't know what to do. And it just immediately hit me like, yes, she does need to let a man do for her, but also you don't have to be what you see. And I feel like based on social media and like the music and different things, women are becoming a monolith. Like, I have to be like this just because that's what society is pushing. That, baby, be you. Mm-hmm. Because you might find somebody who, if you like 50-50, you cool 50-50, you'll find somebody who like that.
Yeah.
If you want 100-0, now you somebody that want 100-0,
right.
But be you and not think. I think that she felt like she had to be a different girl. And it's like, no, yes, let somebody do something for you, but you don't have to be different from who you are. You're a very independent person. Relationships do require some codependency to work, but you don't have to change who you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I really felt for her in that moment because I felt like she wanted to be someone different. Mm-hmm. And you don't need to be someone different.
That is a very good point. I feel like when you see yourself changing so much just to be with someone, I don't feel like that's the relationship you need to be in. Now your partner should encourage you to grow, mature, evolve.
For sure.
But when you have to change, and I mean like, when you have to change the chemistry of who you are, what makes you uniquely you, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have a friend who's very independent. She's married, and her husband hey, she gonna do what she wanna do.
But he cool with it.
But he love her, Mm-hmm. So you don't have to change if you're an independent person. Change to a dependent person or whatever. You just got to be with somebody who likes that, who loves that, who supports that. Her husband be like, hey.
But I think it's important to know that your person your person will love that about you and let you be that individual. I think a lot of times, to your point, society tells us you have to be like this for this individual to like you. A woman should always be like this. We should do this. We should do that. We should look this way, dress this way, smell this way, walk this way. All of those things. But it's like, no, your person is going to like you for why they like you, And when we think about love really will carry you through things. Like, I could even look at the friendship that you and I have. You like me as a person. You love me. Like, I'm your friend. I'm your girl. There are things that you don't like about me that you probably wish would change, but it's your love that is like, you know what? I'm gonna let her do you. I'm gonna let her do her because I'm your person. You know what I mean?
Not romantically.
You know what? Anyway, but the point is, when you are with somebody who is aligned with you and wants to be aligned with you, it'll work. It'll work without all the theatrics.
Yeah, I definitely just encourage everyone in dating, not even just women. Yes, be you. If you work on something, work on it because you want to,
right?
Not just to be with that person, but just like show up as your authentic self. Show up as your authentic. There shouldn't be. I was watching an interview, someone you both know, and the wife didn't know the husband listened to secular music for years. And I'm like, I want to be my authentic self.
Right.
Because if we're years in and I don't know what kind of music you listen to,
that's disconnect.
Yeah.
That's a real disconnect.
I want to be my authentic self, and I want my partner to be their authentic self.
Yeah.
That would hurt my feelings if there was something that major about them. Not to say that that's major as in like a life-changing thing, but something, their preference or their like, and I don't know it, that would hurt my feelings.
Because it's like, why didn't your partner give you that information? What did they think you would do with that? You should be like, okay, what do I have going on that you don't feel safe? Now, sometimes that is on them.
Yeah. And it could be a personal thing.
It could
that
be.
They needed to work on something.
Right.
That you could have received it, but they personally either had a low self-esteem issue or whatever may have impeded them from being able to say it. But just, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be my authentic self. Like, I don't want to have to feel like I got to put on for my partner.
Right. Nor should you. It should not be that at all.
You can't live life like that.
You shouldn't live life like that. But it really isn't sustainable. When you do things for somebody else, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's dating is a wild thing.
It is.
And it grows you as a person, and it shows you who you are and who you need to be and who you ain't.
No, I definitely see why God created marriage, because it does challenge you in a different way from, well, I'm saying it does, like I'm already married.
You got anything to tell me? Because you went MIA for a little bit.
Dang. Okay. But romantic relationships challenge you in a different way than any other relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, because they're a mirror. They will show you, hey, you have zero patience right here.
Hello.
You actually need to learn how to hush. The spirit of hush needs to overtake you. Arrest you in the spirit.
Don't let it outrun you. Huh?
Oh my God. I meant it. And still
what are you going to tell the audience about that?
You know what? If they have gotten to this point, if they put it in the comments, then I just might say something. I mean, what you want me to do?
What you do then?
I really wasn't. At my heart's core, I wasn't trying to be away. I really wasn't. It's just that's how I chose to express myself, because I really could have said something else. Wanted to say something else, but I needed a message that was powerful enough to get you to understand where I'm coming from. And like I said, he did ask me to rephrase it. I didn't, but I also wasn't disrespectful when I did have the rest of the conversation either.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, hey, perspectives. And look, do you. Do you every time.
I mean, different strokes for different folks.
Hello.
Do I always respond to conflicts and things like that? No, I do not. I've had conflicts with you. I don't say conflicts. Conflicts?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never had to have the type of conversation with you that I had in that moment. So it's like I feel like whatever I do, I promise you is proper for the moment. I don't have to talk to you like that because that's not what it takes for you. You know? Mm-hmm. It be like that sometimes. Mm-hmm. Because there's a certain way you got to talk to me. Yeah. And it just is what it is. Sometimes you got to touch fire to know it's hot. Mm-hmm. It ain't enough. It ain't enough to just see it.
Hello. That meat is very greasy.
Hello.
Very.
Thing dripping, fooling with me.
Dripping.
Hello. I sometimes I be like, I really am a little country.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. We over. We are over.
Way over. Way over.
Listen, we love y'all. This has been a funny episode. Matter of fact, tell us how y'all feel about DM situations, DM conversations, and social media relationships and all that. Let us know how y'all feel in the comments. We might come back for a part 2 on this because I feel like we're not done with this.
Probably not.
Because there are so many other things that we could talk about. Like you posting your man posting you. Y'all keeping it cute the first 6 months. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and then when you in a relationship, y'all sharing passcodes and stuff.
Popping out engaged and stuff.
Because that's a new wave. Popping out married.
Popping out married.
Popping out married is the new wave.
Very true. Very true.
I don't know. This to be continued. To be continued. Listen, we love you all so much. This has been another awesome episode of Your Favorite Aunties Podcast. Bye.